Let's clarify an important point that is often misunderstood. The mere fact of being in the U.S. without documents is not, in itself, a criminal offense. It is a civil violation, not a criminal one. This means that the consequence can be deportation, but a person cannot be criminally prosecuted simply for overstaying a visa or living in the country without the proper papers. However, there are immigration-related actions that are indeed crimes. For example, improperly crossing the border without inspection is a misdemeanor. Re-entering the country after being deported is a felony, as is providing fraudulent documents at an airport or border crossing. But in practice, it is nearly impossible for ICE to prove that an immigrant already inside the country committed the crime of improper entry. Firstly, the Fifth Amendment protects everyone from self-incrimination. Secondly, in a criminal case, the burden of proof is on the government, which must prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt, and who could serve as an eyewitness to confirm they saw that specific person crossing the border. People using fraudulent documents are typically caught at the border. They don't make it to Los Angeles or New York. Therefore, the only real criminal offense an undocumented immigrant already inside the country is likely to be charged with is re-entry after a prior order of removal. It's crucial to understand that this applies to an extremely small minority of people, perhaps hundreds out of millions of undocumented immigrants. So, let's put an end to this falsehood. ICE is not a crime-fighting agency. Its activities are civil deportations. They are not a law enforcement agency in the same sense as the police or the FBI, and they are not prosecutors. Their sole job is to apprehend and deport undocumented immigrants through a civil, not criminal, process. They cannot press criminal charges. Therefore, equating the status of undocumented with criminal is fundamentally wrong. If an ICE officer believes they are fighting crime, they don't understand their own job. And if these are merely civil violations, then why the military-style buildup on the streets of Los Angeles? Why the armored vehicles, rubber bullets, and tear gas? Why is the military being called up? None of this has anything to do with either crime fighting or war.